Hello everyone. Happy Monday everyone, by the way. This is the last Monday for 2020. Is it? The last Monday for 2020? I assume it is. Cool. Just a quick live today. Good. So today's chit chat really is just like a laid back one, really, just reflecting on 2020. Just a quick 10-15 minute chat. Let's put it in. Yeah. Cool. Can you hear and see me okay, people? Yeah. Oh, wait. Hello there. How's it going, Jay? Just a quick chit chat on live Instagram. Wicked. Just chilling. Give people a few minutes. But yeah, how's it going for you? Yeah. I don't know about you, but I don't know, man. This time of the year, I'm usually hyper, like, I'm ready for the new year, and now I'm just a bit like, whatever. Like, I want to have a good time, of course, for New Year's, but I'm just really just laid back this year. Good, just chilled. Yeah, I don't blame you. Just chilled. Best way, can't complain, actually. I'm using my phone as a mirror, literally. Don't care. Need a new brush. Good, good, good. Have much planned for the new year? I need to come out of this place, Jessa. Yeah, man. Gosh. What do you mean? Do you mean by your home or just the place? Are you referring to just the world that we're living in? It's been a bit of a turbulent year, hasn't it? Go out for it, you're the hostess. That's right. Well, if places were open to go and celebrate the New Year, I would be there. I remember last year, well, the last New Year's, like it was yesterday, literally. Let me turn this music down. I feel like I'm shouting above it. Sure. I love me some Beyonce and Jay-Z, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, okay, the UK. I thought so. I was thinking, do you mean by your home you want to get out or just the UK? I have those feelings as well. Just want to get out of the UK because it's just like, it's just, even so, anywhere else you go around the world, there's got to be problems anyway, isn't there? But I definitely can relate in that respect. So, definitely. Yeah. Oh, Jamaica, Ghana, or Gambia. Okay then, yeah. Well, I wish I went to Gambia actually. I went to Senegal a few years ago and I wish I just stayed longer. I went to the Gambia. Haven't been to Ghana yet. Yet. Definitely on my list to go to, and I've been to Jamaica, definitely. Was there last year. Felt like it was yesterday. Literally. I'm so not apologising right now. I literally need a new brush. But yeah, not like here's this place is a dump. Yes, the UK sometimes feels like a dump. Oh my god. Hello, Mystical joined. With no image to your profile. How do you do? It's cool. Nah, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel anymore about the UK. Literally, I'm having these dreams, like literally dreams, and just epiphanies thinking, I cannot see myself living in the UK for the rest of my life. For many reasons, you know, obviously the oppression is real, insidious as well. And it's just a microwave lifestyle living in the West. That's just my opinion, of course, but that's just how I feel. So, and by the way, people, I'm going nowhere. I just like to get myself looking good for no reason. Hello there, Trade Creative. Wave to you too. How's it going? Thank you for joining. I mean, I'm only here for a quick 10 minutes, people, literally. Yeah. From Jay, preach, let's go to the motherland. Any day, any day. The motherland is calling me. Oh my gosh. That might be my goal for 2021. Well, that's if we can travel like that. My brother actually is going to the motherland in a few days, actually. So if he can do it, so can I. So can you. But yeah. Literally, the phone's my mirror, people. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. It's my phone. But yeah, man, it's just 2020 flew by, literally. It just came and went in a flash, and I just didn't even see it, to be honest with you. So much happened. I don't know about you. Obviously, for all of us worldwide, it has been a very traumatic experience, very turbulent year. But it definitely, there's been light at the end of the tunnel at the same time, so I can't complain at all. You know what? Let's turn this music off, because you know when you're into the tune so much and you're just in it, you're not paying attention to what you're actually talking about. Let me just put this whole laptop down, not be distracted. Excuse me. Yeah, definitely eye-opening. Yeah, I can just see your comment then. People are there already. Eye-opening. That's right. This year has been very much eye-opening for all of us. I've hoped all of us have grown into a better and stronger person, as we should do every single day. And I hope many of you have just learned something new about yourselves, and really just shown a lot more gratitude and appreciation, you know, not just to ourselves, but to the space, and just being here, making it this far. You know what I mean? To make it this far and make it through the pandemics, especially, is strength. I know that sounds so cliche and cheesy, but I'm being for real. But I wonder what lesson you have learnt, for everyone watching right now, or if you're watching it on replay, because it's going to stay up anyway on Instagram. Like, what lessons have you learnt about yourself in particular throughout 2020? I would love to know. Again, my mirror. Yeah. What have you learnt? It's just me, Daya. Still, I don't own business. I like going live. I just somehow talk to myself, and that is absolutely okay. It's like therapy. I just generally like talking. And for those who know me, know that, yeah, I can talk for England some days. And I do like to drop a little gems here and there. I like to just drop my little top tips, and my 2 cents in all of my videos and content that I share out there. And people tend to get back and share their feedback in my DMs. My DMs are always popping, by the way, across social media, and not just Instagram, Facebook as well, WhatsApp, even LinkedIn, you know, so I tend to be more active there. Anyway, so let's just read the comments. Studying our history, took it for granted. Okay, are you saying you took our history for granted, Jay? Because that's really great, to be honest, as well with yourself, because I think many of us have took it for granted in so many ways with our history. Yeah, man, definitely. You know what? The universe is calling, you know, sorry, this is so totally random, but for me, this year especially, it's almost as though I'm more in tuned with myself. Like, I have a lot of self-belief, I do, and it's grown rapidly this year in particular. I follow my intuition. I'm very intuitive, which can be a blessing and a curse at the same time. I don't want to call it a curse, but sometimes it can be too much. If I have a very strong feeling about something, good or bad, or about someone, or the space and the environment that I'm in, then I'm like, oh my God, good or bad feeling. I know I'm totally going off topic, but that's something that I've just started to trust a lot more about myself throughout 2020. That's just a huge lesson learned, that we really are divine, each and every one of us. We all have an intuition. We need to start listening to our inner self and our body, mind, spirits, and just allowing that to guide us. Yeah, I feel like I'm preaching now, but you'll get my drift if you or anybody else listening right now just gets it. Them to lie and teeth. Exactly. That's right. That's right. But wow. Everything you're saying is true. It is true. Definitely. I'm so uncomfortable. You know what? I forgot about my drink. New Year's is already happening, guys. It's already happening. Preach, sister. Definitely. Yeah, so 2020 has been wild. It's been a wild one. Very eventful, very turbulent, but a blessing at the same time. Yeah, like I said, there's always lights at the end of the tunnel, and we just need to just start having faith. I would love to know what lessons we are going to take forward and what we're not going to take forward. Like, for example, what I'm not going to take forward for 2021 is just moving too quickly. Like, sometimes I like to rush through things. Where's my drink? Cheers. You know what? I should have said actually to people to bring a drink like I did a few weeks ago. That's got to be the go-to for a Monday, you know. Pick up a drink and join. But what was I going to say now? Where was I? Okay, so what am I not taking forward for 2021? Yeah, it's feeling like I have to keep up with everybody and everyone around me and feeling like I have to get everything done straight away. That's just me. That's just a personal note to self. I tend to rush through things. I feel like I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? And it's just now I'm realizing it's okay to say no. It's okay to slow down and take it easy. That's definitely for me. I know many people said that back in March, April at the start of lockdown, that people just realized that there's power in silence. There's power in stillness, especially stillness. Allows us to rejuvenate, allows us just to get back up, you know, once you've took a break. So that's what I want to do, is slow down more, listen to my intuition, my body. You know, if I feel overworked or stretched, then I'll definitely slow down. Yeah. Definitely. But man, what about you? Anyone out there? What are you not going to do in 2021? Oh, thank you. Your smile, seriously. I just read your comment. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with me today. Guys, I have not left the house today, but I woke up saying that I just want to level up. I got a lot done today, a lot done. Number one is cleaning. I'm going to do that more for 2021, is waking up, being in a very clean and concise, clear space. I don't know about you guys, but messiness just drives me insane. I feel like I can't get anything done. I feel cluttered in a messy space. I woke up, leveled up, made sure I looked good for myself, that is, number one, and just got a lot of things done. A lot of things I'm willing to share online, not today, not right now, so watch this space. But yeah, okay, let's read your comments. So, wasting money for no reason, so you're not going to take that into 2021. Yes, cleaning and cooking more, waste spare money on junk. Define junk to me, please. Define junk. Are you talking about junk food? Probably not. Junk material things, materialistic things. You know, stuff you don't need. You look good always. Oh, oh, thank you. Thank you. Hello, Nana Kofi. Thank you for joining. You've joined us, you have arrived, say hey. This is just a quick live, by the way, like a quick 10-15 minute chit chat reflecting on 2020. I've dropped out my gems, as I always say, top tips, my personal experiences. Feel free to share yours as well. Like, what are the biggest lessons you've learned throughout 2020? What won't you take? My grammar is terrible. I don't even know if that made sense. Doesn't matter anyway. It's only Instagram, nothing formal here. What you're not going to take forward into 2021. So yeah, that's what the chit chat is about every Monday. Doing a quick chit chat. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. Even though I don't actually celebrate Christmas, I always return the favor and just respect people who say it to me. So thank you. Hi there, Yasmin. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. Like I mentioned to Nana Kofi, quick chit chat and ramblings with me. Not with a glass of I just realised it's not like that. But who cares anyway? We all deserve to treat ourselves. I think this is the last Monday of 2020, people. I don't care. 2020 for me has been a life experience. It's flown by. I didn't even see it. But yeah. Going back through the comments to Jay, where was I? Because I saw a couple of comments go through. So wasting money on things we don't need. I hope you're talking about I when you say we. Sorry, my phone is just all over the place. That's why I'm having to keep on picking it up and down. Yeah. I get what you mean though when it comes to wasting money. We do, yeah, like, it's not even like wasting money, it's disposable money. All that disposable money we are wasting could go elsewhere. I know a lot of people say that. You probably hear like elders or parents, whatever, say that, oh, you could be spending it elsewhere with money. But, you know, money goes round and round. You know, it's always going to come back to you. So let's have an abundant mindset with finances. And I think that's definitely one of mine bringing forward for 2021 is being a lot more feeling like I'm financially free and just speaking out to existence. Like, money means a lot to me. It's good. It's not evil. Like, we are taught to and invest in a lot more in my future and invest in a lot more in myself and community as well. So yeah, money's a good thing, but let's not waste it. Definitely not. Waste it on good things. Yeah. Let's start there. But what else am I not taking into 2021? You know what? What I want to do for 2021 is living more in the moment and taking each day as it comes. Definitely that for sure. Taking each day as it comes. Can you hear and see me okay? I should have said this at the start. I always like to double check because you know how technology goes. Hello, Ava Dance Company. Hey there, thumbs up to you too. Hope you're doing well. How's it going? Let me put that down. Just a quick chit chat here. You can always go back and watch from the beginning once I've finished the live. It's just ramblings and catching up, reflecting on 2020. 2020 has been such a life experience. I cannot explain it into words. I just have to express that through feeling, through vibrations. Can't even get my words out. But yeah, so we're just talking about that. A couple of things that we don't want to take into 2021 and things that we do want to take forward. So yeah, that's what the chit chat is about. Thank you, Jay. We can hear you loud and clear. Brill. Hope you noticed my mic's a new one. I'm testing it out as well. I've been testing it today. That's one thing that I tend to spend my money on a lot lately is gadgets. I like gadgets, my guilty pleasure. I buy them, test them out. If I don't like it, I return it, exchange it. I don't know whether that's wasting money, but technically I'm not wasting money. Actually, it's an investment, really. I'm trying to level up with the things that I've got. I'm not a materialistic person at all. For those who know me online, and the only people who know me the most online is my brother and sister, they will know anyway that we are not materialistic. We wasn't really raised that way at all. But having gadgets and stuff to other people is perceived as being materialistic, strange. But, you know, who cares? Glad you can hear me and see me. Whew. But, yeah. A couple of notes I wrote down to myself. I'm going to read them out. Freedom, financial freedom. Oh, yes. Everyone wants to be financially free. I don't know about you. Financial freedom, you know, to me is also stress-free, worry-free life. And people always say money doesn't always buy you happiness, doesn't always buy you love, whatever. I get that. I totally agree with that. To an extent, it can bring more happiness and peace to some people, peace of mind, you know, especially those who can't afford to even have a roof over their heads, you know, can't afford to just put food on their table. So to have money, to be able to afford those basic necessities allows people to feel happy and proud within themselves, you know. So that is definitely one thing I want to take forward for 2021, is be more financially free, stress-free as well, wrote there. My notes are wild. They're quite random. Okay, let's read your comments. So yes, if the money is aggregated. I can't pronounce some words, by the way. But I get what you mean. Definitely. Wicked. Wicked, man. Cool. What time is it? I mean, what do you want to talk about, actually? Let's just move this over to you. It's a big step for me to do on live. Just, you know, do a live Q&A. What would you like to know? Kind of in relation to the topic we're talking about, so let's not drift off into a different train track. But what would you like to know? Any questions I can answer on live? It's a stretch. But yeah. Don't worry if you've got no questions, because people have always got all sorts of questions in my stories, like loads. and then when I'm live, everybody's gone quiet, which is absolutely fine, and I prefer it that way. One moment. Wait, what's up? I'm live. Ooh, I got a treat. What treat's this? Why does it smell like marijuana? Rags does. Okay. I didn't just do that live. I just did. Who cares? It's my platform. Anyway, what new things you want to learn for 2021? Oh, new things. Okay, that's a good question. That was my brother, by the way. Always coming in with some treats. Okay, we're still children and youthful at heart as their siblings. Anyway, so what was I going to say now? So, what new things do you want to learn for 2021? First of all, languages, actually. I've been learning Spanish, so that's something I definitely want to keep up. I really love to embrace different cultures and learn different languages, and Spanish at the moment is the top of my list. The reason why, I'm going to be honest, I do like the accent of Spanish people, guilty pleasure, but on a broader level, it's because, you know, so many countries and people worldwide speak Spanish, like after French or after Mandarin. Spanish language is quite popular. And a lot of the countries that I've travelled to and still want to travel to in the future are Spanish-speaking countries. So I need to be able to communicate with the locals, and I wouldn't want them force them indirectly to speak English to me. Let's respect them and learn their language, you know. So that's definitely one thing I want to keep up with in 2021. So that's definitely one. I'm sorry, I cannot get over this treat. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a muffin cupcake, and it smells really strong. Okay. Oh, this is a different live. This is different. But yeah, that's definitely one. What else I'm going to do for 2021? Like I mentioned earlier, the financial freedom. I've got into trading, and I've been introduced to that many years ago. And I've always been interested in numbers and calculations and accounts. That's something I just generally love to do, but I'm taking it more seriously now. So I'm into investing and trading for a more free future, should I say. Okay, you should have put him in front of the camera. You know what? Yes, I will, but if I do, he'll do something wild on my channel. No, I don't think so. You know, I'm giving people a mixture of my personal personality versus my formal professional dance side. You get a mixture from me. My brother would just literally spoil it. Okay, so from the dance company evidence. What do you want radically to change in the dance sector for 2021? Now, that's a wild question. As a dance artist, compromise with social change. I'm working on it. Thank you for saying that. And I guess you are too, Avatara here. Yes, I knew it was Avatara. I love your name, by the way. I just really like the name Avatara. It's just so, it's like, to me, it's almost like strength in a woman's name. Anna, hello. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, so let's go back to Avatara's comment. What do you want to radically change in the dance sector? Every single day, my mind is just on things to change in dance. I think number one, we need to see more, again, going back to money, again, my mindset is just on money at the moment. So I come across a lot of dance artists. It doesn't matter whether you're at the start of your career or you are elite professional. And it's like this rat race, you know, it's not about being seen or the popularity. It's like with the funding situation. I'm a totally different person as I was 12 months ago. I'm not down for this, let's apply for ACE all the time. Let's get funding to get our work out there all the time. We have got to open our minds that we cannot rely on the council or any other funding body to fund our dreams. Okay, like when it comes to, you know what, you want to go on tour, you want to do an international cultural exchange program, you've got to be open-minded to raising funds and fundraising. I know this is such an unpopular opinion, and I know many dancers probably wouldn't expect that response at all, but I've got to be real with you. I have never applied for the ACE Council to get any funding towards my projects that I've done. People want to know, thinking, well, Tamar, what is it? Spit it out. I've actually looked elsewhere, and it's not been directly or consciously. It's always been a very unconscious thing that I've done with other past projects or international projects that I've done as well. Tends to be through, like, let's say the British Council, for example, Erasmus. That's one. And then self-funded. When I mean self-funded, I'm talking about money that I've saved up through other jobs that I've done, for example, or again, the trading side of things. Yeah, it's all boring talk. I'll be here all day. That's an unpopular opinion, but that's just one thing I really would love to change for many dancers and other creative artists out there, to really expand their mind when it comes to fundraising, be more educated, financially literate, and not feel like we have to be stuck in this rat race just to fund the things that we love to do. That is number one. There's like 10 others, but I can save that for another live video, actually. I should take note of that. What radical changes do I want to see? That's one. And then in regards to, obviously, the pandemics this year, we've had like the Black Lives Matter movement. That's a totally different live. I can do a whole different post about that alone. A lot of people from different industries, different sectors really opened up and started talking about their personal experiences, journeys within dance, for example. I started to call out dance companies, organizations, theatres, and it's a bit like, this is good, but at the same time, we've already been here speaking about it. So I don't want to have to see that again for next year, for 2021. I don't want to have to sit here and listen to us pour out our heart out again and again and again, as we have been doing for decades. But But that radical change doesn't just start on a surface level. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. So in that respect, I do feel like the educational institutions, for instance, that's just one instance, an example I can give you, really need to be shaken up, man. The whole institution needs to change. And it can't just change in the UK. It's a worldwide issue. Racism is a worldwide issue, and it's affecting us in so many myriad of ways, unconsciously, worldwide. I could really go on for days talking about this matter. Really, really can. On my old Instagram page, which wasn't really a dance page like that a few years ago, I used to go on about these matters every single day on my page. If I got any of those old posts, then I'll definitely share it, because I tend to find a lot of people do like to learn about history, real experiences, sorry. And I know many people like to talk about identity as well. Yeah, I definitely like that topic. Even though it can be a harsh reality, I do like the topic anyway. So thank you for asking. Yeah, man, let's do this together. I hope you're doing well as well, Anna. Back to Jay. Okay, so I haven't read the rest of the responses. This is good, guys. You're giving me real tough questions. Real talk, keeping it real. By the way, if you didn't know, ages ago on this Instagram account, I used to do tough talks on Fridays. I stopped doing that, not on purpose, just life gets in the way, and the big C called coronavirus got in the way, and I just forgot about the little things that I was doing. Even though it's a Monday, this is still a bit of a tough talk. I can bring it back if you want me to do tough talk. And by the way, tough talks that I used to do used to just be me venting on the internet about anything. I do not hold back. If I've got something to say, I will say, and it tends to piss people off. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I can bring that back, or I can just do it on a Mondays. A quick chit chat, smiles, and then a mixture of tough talks. Let me know if you're interested in that at all. Right, back to the comments, and my leg is aching. Oh my days. Oh. And I did yoga this morning. Right. Okay, so especially South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. Oh, okay, Jay, I think that's in response to earlier about the languages I wanted to learn, the Spanish languages. That is the main reason, actually. I just love traveling. I haven't touched base on South America yet, but that's the main reason why I want to speak Spanish fluently, so I can travel across South America. Been to Cuba. It's the closest. I know that sounds very ignorant, me saying that, but still. And even went to Cuba, I couldn't even understand a lot of the Spanish there. It was really very strong dialect, and obviously they have their own dialect and slang that's totally different to Spain. Well, in my experience, it was my perception. Okay, because it is marijuana cake. Oi! Okay, so I'm just reading through the comments. This isn't very easy to navigate on Instagram Live. The comments just disappear. I have to go right back up, so excuse me. Any other questions, guys, just pop it in before I jump off. Yeah, my brother has cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency! Oh, my days. I heard it's volatile. Crypto. Ignore the lol on the last comment. That's cool. Hi, Marcia. I didn't even know you joined us. How you doing? Hope you're well. Okay. We need to teach our own Black history. Definitely. Everyone's going to teach their own story, man. You can't have somebody else teaching you about yourself. Don't make no sense, innit? Next question or comment. I totally agree with that. Radical change comes from shaking deep inside. Thank you. It's just so, I get really emotional. Not like upset emotional, like angry, aggressive, emotional sometimes with this topic. People don't realize the way we behave, our attitude and behaviors to each other, it's subconscious, but a lot of that is conditioning anyway. And that conditioning did not start yesterday. The conditioning started 500 plus years ago. So just imagine that, 500 years of conditioning, you know? So it could take another 500 years to declutter that mind, or decondition, should I say, the experience. And that's like, what, 6+ generations. So teach your kids to teach their kids the right way. I hope that makes sense. Thank you. Okay, so the school system in these countries ain't changing. I thought he was going to say it ain't shit. Ain't shit. Okay, it is what it is. Hi, Leah. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. How's it going? I'm just realizing people have joined. I didn't even know. Oh my God. I feel like I've left you guys out. I love you, really. Okay, back to Jay. We can spend at least 2 hours a week in our community, but we choose not to. Okay, so Jay, if you're still here on the live, can you explain and elaborate a little bit more? Or I will force you to jump on live with me. There you go. Boom. So what do you mean by we can spend at least 2 hours a week in our community, but we choose not to? In what context? I'm trying to think. I know what you mean, but I don't know what you mean. By actively doing something, giving, supporting others in the community, indirectly, directly. I feel like I sound like I am like a robot. No hard feelings at all. It is just general. I'm like this with everyone, cutthroat. Marcia, J Shapes, we need to bring change on the agenda. Change is coming. That's it. It's the agenda. We need to change the agenda, guys. And then, hola, ¿cómo estás? Okay, let's keep going. Other ethnic groups do it. We used to do it with a Pan-African Saturday school. We stopped doing that. School is still coming. Pan-African ones, they still... Are you two having a conversation here? All right, feel free. It's cool with me. 1 minute. I used to go back in the day. Oh, me too. Hi, Jackie. I hope you're doing well. Long time no see. I ain't seen you since Arties for Arties days. I see you are still doing fantastic work, by the way, with dance and your performance, everything. It's just, yeah, it's really, really good. I really do wonder how some of you dancers and artists out there manage to juggle 5, 6 different projects that you are doing. I see you all and I'm so proud. Trust me. I really do love seeing other people thrive. And just succeed. You know, I'm not a competitive person, even though working in the dance sector and being raised in dance is very competitive. I'm just very abundant. I'm the total opposite. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just trying to keep up with all the comments. So going back to the Pan-African Saturday school, I used to go to one of those too. I loved it. I have vivid memories. I went to a Monday school as well in my local area. I believe they do exist. Well, probably not so, I don't know what word it is to use. Excuse me, guys. I think I had a bit too much to drink. That's probably why I can't get my words out. But you know what I mean. The Saturday schools are still there. I just don't really feel like people take it as seriously. And I feel like that might be a generational thing. Because if we went at our age, Jay as well, remember that's our parents that pushed that. They didn't force us. You just had to do it. You just had to be there. And probably the generation before. But now I feel like a lot of Black British people, in my opinion, not a lot, but sometimes I see it and I feel it, can be very much just easily misled with the European ideals, you know, and I'm not down for that. Very Eurocentric, that's the word I'm trying to get out. Some people can be very Eurocentric and just become so easily misled in the ways it is in living in Britain. It's a bit like, kind of wake up and stop begging. I'm just saying it for what it is. Okay, I'm still reading. This is a great conversation, guys. Thanks to Avatara bringing up the questions about radical change, and then I obviously brought up about race and identity. So lots more accessible in many different forms. Lots of groups are from Marcia. That's right, lots of groups. Oh, Jay, I've just realised you've requested to join me live. I'm so sorry. I haven't ignored you. I'm just reading through some messages. Okay, it's passion. Yes. Can't you accept my live? Yes, I can accept your live in a minute. Hi there, Princess D. Hey, girl. Charmaine, how's it going? Charmaine, I have not seen you for ages. Like, what the hell is going on? My dance buddy from university. I hope you're doing well, you and your kids, your family. Okay, because we don't have control of our history, sadly. Okay, let me see if I can go live. Not go live, I mean join and accept you. Well, this is so new for me. Tea break. Oh, hi.
Yes.
You're there. Just
Um,
reading a comment about like how the other groups have their own schools, we don't. How's it going?
Everything's all right. Just been chilling today. Was gonna hit the gym, then I went outside and it's cold, and I just thought, nah, not for today. I'll leave it for tomorrow when the weather's a bit
It's too
more
cold.
chill.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it is definitely too cold to get outside, man. Usually I go out for walks, and when I woke up this morning, looked outside, I was like, no, forget the walk, the walk can wait. But yeah, man. For others, people still get out there, don't they? But let's not allow the weather to stop us. But how's it going with you?
All right. Like I said, I'm just chilling now. I was literally gonna hit the gym, but I just thought, now I'll probably just work out in the next room after your live.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, wicked. Oh, well, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Do you
I'm
want me to
just
elaborate on that thing?
Say
You
that
want me to
again.
elaborate? You wanted me to elaborate on it a little.
Yes, I was just about to get into that. Elaborate what you were saying, please.
Now, so basically, like, obviously, in terms of like the history that's taught in school, it's just the basic nonsense, man. You know what I mean? Henry VIII, Tudors and Stuarts, Battle of Hastings, anything to do with black people, it's just the same. We all know the people you can name: Martin Luther King, slavery, Malcolm X, and and then anything to do with positive black people, it's always athletes and entertainers.
I'm so glad that you've touched on that because that's so true. Everything you're saying, I was like, check. Yes. And just saying on some of the names that you just called out, rolling off the tip of your tongue, especially with the African American idols like Martin Luther. He's always brought up in history. I used to work in a school, and every time it came around to Black History Month, in a primary school I used to work at, it would always be like African Americans all the time, and it just used to boggle my mind. Like, but there's so many of us here in Britain with wealthy history, but they'll never teach the truth or anything positive anyway. Any excuse to keep us down.
And it's just the thing anyway. It's not even that. It's just they don't even tell the truth about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. To tell it in their own distorted way to like keep the status quo. So they promote like Malcolm X was violent, but if you go and study his work, there was nothing violent about him. The only time that picture that you seen with the rifle is when his house got firebombed when he left when he left the nation. So people were thinking like, he's violent. No, he's never been violent. You listen to his speeches. Even after he left the nation, he was still promoting, what was it, black nationalism, telling black people that if you want to control things, you need to own the politicians where you live. So you need to own the politics where you live. You need to own the shots where you live.
Exactly. No, you're definitely right with that one. Like, what do you feel like needs to be done then in schools? Do you feel like it's down to the mainstream schools to do anything, or we?
They're not going to do. I'll be honest with you. They're not going to do nothing, man. If they could have done that, they could have done that in a click of a finger. But they ain't going to do that. They're still going to talk the same nonsense. You need to do, like I said, when I say the other ethnic groups, I mean like the other religious groups. Like you see the Muslim groups, the Sikh groups. They've got their own schools. We're not stupid. You can go around the areas like Handsworth and Newtown. They've got their own schools. So yes, they still teach English, maths, and science. That's standard. But when it comes to religion and other things now. They're teaching their children different things. They're teaching their things about economics, the things you're talking about, real estate, things like that, because that's what their cultures predicate on, to look after each other. That's
Exactly.
why, like the Jewish community, people say that's why when they go to the synagogue, that's what the rabbi says. No matter how old you are, make sure that when you buy something, it's from, you know, it's from a person that's made. It's a Jewish person that's made it, and you buy Jewish. You keep that money circulating in your community. That's why they've got the things, but we don't. We do the complete opposite. We buy outside of community.
And why do you think that is, though? Why do you think that we have a tendency to do that?
Well, one of the things, because people focus on Martin Luther King, a lot of the things people don't realize is that with the civil rights, it was integration. But one of the most things that a lot of people was talking about with once what happened with the thing in America this year with George Floyd and that, and people was looking at like the Black history, and everyone was going excited about Black Wall Street. Them times was that segregation means that we had to fend for ourselves. And we had to have our own businesses and things, and our own schools, our own things. But people don't realize that Black people had loads of things. Everything that you see these days, we had cinemas, oil wells, banks, supermarkets, schools, everything. Might not have been some of the best stuff, because obviously the law in America made that white people had to have a certain, like, the status quo.
During the Jim Crow laws, yeah.
Yeah, Jim Crow, you mean? Yeah, Jim Crow.
Yes, yeah.
But still shows you that they had that success. And then obviously when Marcus Garvey come over to America them times now, he was talking about economic for the Black people. That's what he was talking about. But that's when the one of the reasons why they went for Black Wall Street is because the white people in America at that time, outside the that little town there, Greenwood, they were suffering, they were poor, they weren't making no money. So they wanted to get that real estate, that land that all the Black people were there doing. So that's why they in the end, they used the planes to go over and firebomb. So that's what, and that's what subsequently happened. But most people don't realize that. Because if you look into the history, this is why we need to know our history. Like how you said, we don't need to be told from other people what our history is. Initially, not going to go into it, but initially, when that first happened, the Black people, there was a group of Black people called the Afro-American League from before the old people that served in World War One. So they came from New York, because prior to that, people don't realize the National Ku Klux Klan people had their national march in Oklahoma, Tulsa, 2 weeks before, and they were talking about getting that land where the Black people were living there. So they were going to do that anyway. And then what happened? There was an incident where a Black boy must have tripped over a white girl must have tripped over a Black boy in the lift at the time, elevator, and she might try to call out like sexual assault or rape or something like that. So when he got arrested and was held in the police station, the local white people tried to lynch mob him, but the Black people at the time came. The police was involved as well, and they beat them. So then obviously a shot got fired, and then it was just mayhem. That's when, but they defeated the Klan on the ground. It's only that's when they decided to go into the air and drop the bombs. So that's when you see when the planes are dropping and they're dropping all the fire bombs. That's when you realize the town. But from that, they went to the Supreme Court in Oklahoma and the Supreme Court for the US, and they won. So most of the money they won, they rebuilt the town again. But then it was integration that messed it up, because then obviously with the civil rights, civil rights was talking about, we want to sit with on the same buses with white people, and we want to go to white people's restaurants and things like that there. So what Black people did is they boycotted their own business and started going into the main white street, and that obviously makes your community more poorer when you're putting your money in somewhere else.
Exactly.
So that's what happened. And it's literally what's happening. Like there's things like suburbs, and that's what came through. Most people don't know, a lot of in America, especially a lot of the old towns that you see, like a lot of the highways and all that. That's where they've built suburbs in. Yeah. They built freeways through, and then suburbs. And then what happened with suburbs now is that all the white people, they moved to the suburbs, but they took all the resources with them, so all the jobs and everything. So subsequently, that's when you get quote unquote the ghettos, because most of these places that people realize the ghettos where the mainstream wealth was. And then was obviously when Black people started to go into these places now and start to work there, it was basically to cover them after they went to World War II. Then when they come back, they kick the Black people out. so we don't need any more now. But the black people are like, we got nowhere to go. We've basically built our stuff here. So that's when they built all the suburbs and and obviously the freeways and that.
Exactly.
And it's
Wow.
kind of similar to over here as well. So yeah, but going back, so that's what it is. That
And
kind of
worldwide,
stuff.
you just said it's similar to over here in the UK.
Yeah.
This is the same, like many black people worldwide, but we always hear the American story, but it's same elsewhere. Thank you for sharing a nice educational lesson for people listening right there, right online. Just
Go and look it up yourself. Just go and, like I say, there's this phrase that's been told around. The guy says, "Study history, and it erases the mystery."
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
that's what you
God.
should start doing, yeah.
No,
Studying
I
more.
hear you. With that, I mean, there's something that you mentioned earlier on, just backtracking. When you say like other ethnic groups, for example, they kind of support their own communities, especially when it comes to, let's say, the pound in the UK. It doesn't tend to go outside of their own community as quickly as it does in the black community. That was one example of that you mentioned earlier. And then another one about building on schools. Like I know in Birmingham especially, I've seen different Asian schools. But do you not feel like it's because, and I don't know, I do know, but I don't know exactly pinpointing the reasons behind that, but for the fact that they have not lived the same oppression that we have faced. Oh my God.
And the cultures are different as well. Even the cultures, they don't go outside of their own group.
Yeah.
So people don't realize, people might think, oh, that's why you probably hear when, and you know, it's recently, when it comes to like any sort of kind of like issue where black people sticking together now and trying to build for us, people are saying, oh, that's racist and blah, blah, blah. That's BS, man. Everyone, that's where the word race comes from. It's about competing. That's the whole point. You're competing with different people to ensure that your people can live, so you can provide food and whatever, shelter and clothing. You can ensure that you've got the control of the economy and things like that there. No one comes from the other side of the world to, you know what I mean, living in poor conditions, to come to the other side of the world for like religious freedom, or you know what I mean, or happiness. No, they're looking to go to somewhere where they can find somewhere they can build a community, look for people that look like them, and they can obviously compete. That's what the other people do. There's a book out there. If you don't believe me, there's a book. I'm still finding it. The book, it's called Tribes. Let me just type it in the thing.
Yeah.
People don't think I'm talking nonsense, man.
No, not at all. Not at all. Hello, everyone. I don't think I've waved to people. Hi there. Sorry, just checking in. Leggy0957 joined. Hello. And from Charmaine. Sorry, just checking in. I know it's been so long. We need to meet up very soon. Can't forget you. I know, Charmaine.
I found it. It's a book. So anyone that wants to take a note of it, it's called Tribes: How Race, Religion, and Identity Determine Success in the New Global Economy. So it talks about, it's by Joel Kotkin, Kotkin, Kotkin. So anyone can go and get that book, just to think if I'm just making it up. So it's even, they got this quick signals. This explosive and controversial examination of business, history, and ethnicity shows how global tribes have shaped the world's economy in the past and how they will dominate its future. So the book, it's just break it down. It just shows you how between the Indian, the Pakistani, the Chinese, the Jewish community, how they all identify with their culture, and how they ensure that when they do that there, whether it's through religion or everything like that there, the economy, that the money circles through their community, like how you mentioned before in terms of the money bouncing. There's a fruit. So for example, Jewish money bounces 18 times. When I mean bounce, it means one person hands it to another person that buys from another Jewish shop, that buys from another Jewish shop, and such and so on, until that money leaves the community. So Jewish community does it 18 times, bounces 18 times. They said the Asian community about 14 to 16 times. The white one, this is in America, so but you can still communicate. Yeah, the white about 8 times. Black money in the US, it bounces less than 6 hours.
I would love to know what the statistic is in the UK and like in Brazil or like other European countries.
It would more than likely be the same.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Like, I'd love to know,
especially
like,
in the UK, because we
how.
don't have a higher population as black people in the UK as the Americans do. Black Americans make up about 13% in America. They're about 40 million strong, whereas I think we're only about maybe 2-3% of the population in general.
Yeah, yeah, I know that's exactly what it is. Well, I really appreciate your time and sharing your gems, as I always say to
We'll just to
people.
elaborate
Sharing
on
your
one time.
gems.
We'll have to do a proper one. We'll have to do a proper one next time.
Yeah, yeah,
Longer
sure,
one, we can go
definitely.
through it for sure, man. But yeah, that's what it is. We just need to just be more, like I say, study our history. Like for that, this is like what day 3 of Kwanzaa now. So and most people don't even know probably what Kwanzaa is. I've probably heard of it or not even thought like, oh, maybe it's just something that, I'm not too sure. And like how you said, how the media control things, if they control the media, they're going to portray what things are. So they might say Kwanzaa is like, or like things like with voodoo, oh, it's dangerous, oh, it's black magic, oh, you don't want to go into that. But really, the principles are about unity,
Yeah,
self-determination, you know what I mean? And it's been going
yeah,
on. And that was done by Americans, black people in America, who specifically done it specifically relating to African culture, not no American culture or anything
yeah,
else. No, they know who they are. So the people know who they are. And like you said, you've been around the world before, and you would have gone to places like the Caribbean and those places, and the people know who they are. Like if you come from the UK, they'll know that you are. It's just you talk different. That's cool.
exactly, exactly. So, yeah, it's all about identity, and I'm a big firm believer in identity and understanding who you are, where you're from. But thank you so much for joining. I don't know how to take you off, not in a rude way. I don't
I
know
can
how
do
to
it.
take you off if
I
anybody
can just press
else
the X.
wants to join. Thank you so much for joining.
Latest, everybody.
Yeah. Mhm. So anyway, for everybody else out there, oh, that was really interesting. And anything goes on my lives. Like I don't always go live. I only started to go live properly past few weeks, especially for those who've just joined me and not always here with me. Past few weeks I've been going live on Mondays, and going through like top topics, hot topics, I like to call it. Today, really anything goes. It was very open today. We started off talking about reflections, of 2020, what we're going to do, what not we're going to do for 2021. And then I opened up the floor to you guys to ask me some questions. So, and that's how the conversation flowed. Where energy goes, is that it? Attention flows, whichever way around it is. Okay, so before I jump off in about 5-10 minutes, does anybody else have a question for me? Anything today. Usually I'm to the point with a niche or a topic, but today I'm quite open-minded because it's the end of the year. So let's be open-minded. Yeah. Thanks, Jay from Marcia. Good. Claps hands from Avatar Dance Company. Yes, more of our own schools from Marcia. I'm just scrolling up. We are their history. All need to know it. Yep. It's mild to do to what I'm used to. Sorry guys, I'm literally reading a lot of these comments I didn't check into. So I just want to say thank you so much for your time and energy today. It's really been exciting. You are welcome, Marcia from Jay. Oh, wicked. Brill. Yeah, I don't want to keep it up for too long anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna do another live next week, Monday. Oh my god, next Monday will be January, won't it? So January the 4th. I'll do another one. We can either have an open discussion, open floor, or I have a topic. But watch this space. I always put it up in my stories. 90% of the time, everything's in my stories. So stay updated with me. Again, I have a YouTube channel. I'm trying to push my YouTube channel with sharing all sorts of topics. It's mainly about like my dance lifestyle topics like these, like a live Q&A, questions, interviews, and then also about culture, because I do travel the world. For those who don't know me, I'm a travel junkie. I'm addicted to traveling, apart from this past year, of course, and I have a lot of vlogs I want to get out there. So I'd love to just share that with you over on my YouTube channel, and that'll be on a weekly basis, just sharing you a mixture of that culture, dance, lifestyle, and hot topics like this. The links are all in my bio. If you want to learn anything more about me, connect with me outside of Instagram, or feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel or to my newsletter. I do have a newsletter, guys. That's right. I had it since 2018. So like monthly, I just send out blogs and stuff. But it's always fun. It's always great fun. I've grew it into a small community, which I'm really proud of, actually. Yeah, let's start championing ourselves with all the proudness and all the achievements that we have made over the past 12 months. So that's just a little one from me. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you all on the other side. How do I get off this? All right, then, take care. Bye.